Thank you.
You disagree with me on body count? What? Go ahead.
So I don't remember when you said it, but you said, well, you made the connection of body count. Once you have a high body count, it almost sticks to you. It is your past and it defines who you are. And you equated it to, well, once you're a murderer, you're always a murderer. And I can see where you're coming from, but I don't agree with that. I feel, so, for example.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just assume I did. Okay, and?
So, for me personally, I don't think I slept around a lot, but I had my share of fun after my divorce. And I did a lot of regrettable things when I was younger. And as I've matured, as I've grown older, as I've become a mother, I take who I let into my bed more seriously. And I've grown and I've become more wise and more particular with the men that I choose to be with. And I don't feel like once you've been a promiscuous person, once you've been an OnlyFans girl, that always has to define you. I think you can grow and learn and evolve and mature and move on, and that stigma doesn't always have to be attached to you.
Exactly. Just like the Whatever podcast doesn't have to be attached to you forever. You feel me? Like, you can grow from that. You can get another reputation.
It's basically just like throwing it out there.
Were you dropped on your head as a child?
Were you? Because you're clearly not understanding what I'm saying.
No, I'm clearly not.
So I guess you were dropped.
I mean,
wow, was that the reverse Uno? Well done. You did great there. That was
to just like throw it out once somebody's born again, whatever
Wait, are you born again?
No, whatever they've done in the past, they've now set a new life course for themselves.
Right.
Living in, for example, a better, more pure light.
Okay, so I mean, there's a couple things there. So there's one, I make arguments.
But I also, just to interrupt you, I feel that way to a point. If you slept with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, then it's kind of a slippery slope. So I say to a point.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things there. First, we can get into the body count, but the other thing is I've made arguments of, well, if a girl in her past previously, for example, had sex with men fairly quickly, but then all of a sudden changed up, the past 20 men she slept with,
and then forcing the next guy to wait like 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Or until marriage.
I've heard that, yeah.
You're free to do it. But I think that's an L for the guy. I think that's an L for the guy.
Yeah.
I think
I can understand her
you might
reasoning.
be able to find a guy who's okay with it. But
yeah, and
I personally would be like, maybe I'm not the best guy to ask on this because I'm not interested in waiting long periods of time before having sex. I think me personally, I don't really believe in waiting for sex, in terms of like,
I feel that.
I'm fine having sex relatively early on, and I'm not going to judge the girl for it. I think there's better indicators where you can make judgments on that front, but I just think it's, there's a couple factors to this. So for example, if like that's going to just be her guaranteed position moving forward, okay, I want to wait 3 months from now on, and you're never going to falter from that, that's a bit more respectable than, like, I would feel kind of like a sucker.
If she was wishy-washy with it?
Yeah, a week ago, she fucked a guy really quick. Oh, you meet me, you've changed up, you want to wait 3 months, we date for 6 months, and then as soon as you're out of the relationship, you fuck a guy right away. It's like, okay, that was never your actual value set. You just arbitrarily wanted to leverage sex for some reason, or you heard something in a fucking Cosmopolitan, and you're going to leverage sex to get compliance in some way. Not about it.
Yeah,
not about
I
it. Now, I mean, but my advice to men, for example, who maybe they also want to wait, I still think it's a suboptimal dating choice for you to get with a girl who previously was promiscuous, and then now she's going to make you look. As a woman, you can always change up. You slept with 100 men on the first date, and then you meet a guy you really like, and you want to wait until marriage. That's your call. You can do that. I think that's a raw deal for the guy. You're free to do it. But from the guy's perspective, that feels like a raw deal.
I could totally
whether
see
you
that.
want to wait or not.
I always like the adage, there's always a lid to every pot. So even if you do egregious things when you're younger, you don't make the wisest decisions, all it takes is one person to love you for who you are and see past what you did in that past, accept you for who you are now and your goals and how you want to move forward, and call it a day. You just need that one person to see it.
Everything happens for a reason.
I mean, just from my own experience, I've encountered, like, I've dated some women who I'll ask kind of some details about their past. They'll tell me, and I do feel like a bit raw about it. Like, oh, you've hooked up with these guys and you hooked up with them quick, but now you want to wait.
Well, maybe she thought you were special and different, and that's why she wanted to wait, because she was like, wow, Brian's this really cool, intellectual, interesting guy. I don't want to ruin my chances and sleep with him right away and have the chance that he's going to think of me a certain way, so I'm going to wait for him.
Well, here's the thing. You, at least for me specifically, you've actually gone ahead and ruined your chances with me if you're going to make me wait when you didn't make other men in the past wait. If it's always been your standard, if all the guys you dated, you waited, that's more acceptable.
Yeah.
If you're a virgin, that's more acceptable. But if you fucked 10 other dudes, 7 other dudes, quick,
vacillate back
and then oh, Brian, I want to wait until marriage. I want to wait 3 months. I'm gonna look at you like, I'm just not gonna date you. I'm not gonna pressure you. I'm just gonna be like, hey, there's a mismatch here. You want to wait. I don't. Let's go our separate ways.
I think that's a little weird of you to ask such a specific question, though.
What do you mean? How's it weird?
Like, has any guy ever asked you girls, like, what's your patterns on how you have sex in the past before me? That's a little weird.
No, never.
Well, it could come up like this. I mean, if you're a guy and you're desirous of having sex with a girl, and she's like, no, I've got a 90-day rule, a 60-day rule. I want to wait 3 months, and be like, oh, okay, I respect that. Has that been your standard for all the other guys you've dated? And if you tell me no, oh yeah, I hooked up with a guy a month ago, you're not fresh enough in your new value set for me to take you seriously with that. So if you're gonna be steadfast and want to wait, it was nice meeting you, but I ain't waiting.
That's why
I can see where you're coming from.
Long.
And I think women, if you want to make, just like you said, you want to give the car a test drive, like women can also, if the guy wants to wait till marriage and you want, as women, want to have sex before marriage, that can be a deal breaker for you. And you can say, I don't want to wait. I'm going to meet somebody new. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye.
Yeah, respectfully, no.
So I don't have a double standard on it.
Okay.
But look, I want to give you an analogy here. So you were saying, well, she really likes you. So, you know, all those other guys were just mistakes and were just fun, but she really likes you.
Or maybe she just decided, she woke up one day and she's like, you know what, I don't want to be promiscuous anymore. I don't want to sleep with guys
Nick,
on the first date anymore.
That cuck flower meme that's
oh, cucks?
The cuck flower meme that it has to be
cucks.
It has to be the censored one though.
I'm a professional in cucks.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. It's just I don't. You're gonna have to Google it. It's just, look, you reward the fuck boys who will never give you commitment and you reward them with immediate sex, but you punish the guys who are worthy of a relationship by making them wait weeks or months. I don't know. It's just.
I think maybe the mentality, and I could be wrong, but I think maybe the mentality is kind of going along with what you said, or what you've said in the past, is if a girl sleeps with you right away, you might not take her seriously down the line.
I never said that.
Oh, okay. Well, some men
not...
might think that, like, if they sleep with a girl right away,
yes,
she's kind of she's out of the running for relationship status.
I agree with you that some men will certainly view it that way. Me personally, I don't think that that's a good metric to disqualify a girl on based on the quickness with which she has sex with you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, he's ready.
You got something, Nick? Yeah, this is kind of it's censored, but I don't know. This is like kind of it. That's how guys feel. kind of, well, no, it's not.
Wait.
What's the uncensored part?
Wait,
I
I'm
can't make out what it
confused.
is.
Okay, it's a line of men. There's a girl at the end, and then one of the guys has
Oh,
flowers.
so
and he's-
is the girl bending over?
This just sounds like a bunch of
Is that what
insecure
that is?
men.
Okay.
Insecure, yeah, okay. Here, I'll give you a couple of analogies here. So, tell me if this resonates at all. This is for the whole panel. Tell me how you would feel. So, you really like this guy, you go on a date, everything is great, but you find out he wants to go 50-50 with you until you guys are married. But then you learn his last 3 girlfriends, he paid for everything: rent, dates, vacations. He even went on a date a week before he met you, and he paid the entire bill, all the chivalry, all that. How does that make you feel?
I think maybe he's just being cautious. Maybe he's just been screwed over one too many times by gold diggers. I don't mind the cautiousness. I think if maybe
You wouldn't feel a certain type of way about that?
I mean, everybody has the right to change their mind and to change, how they go about dating. You don't have to stick to one thing for the rest of your dating life.
Well, she also said you said you were okay with doing 50-50 though, right? So that's,
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously.
I think if
Okay.
we started
I
dating,
got more
and-
analogies.
I think if we started
more
dating and I could
analogies.
see that we were both, going towards a certain path, I wouldn't mind doing 50-50.
But it's weird. It's like you withhold intimacy with the man that you supposedly like, but you'll give it away to men who are undeserving. We'll have girls, we've had girls come on the show and they'll say, well, if I'm traveling or I just want to have fun, I'll just fuck right away. But then the guy I really like, I'm going to, even though it's not even my value set, it's just this arbitrary thing, I'm going to make the guy who I really, really like, I'm going to make him wait for sex. Even if he wants it, I'll make him wait.
Yeah, because she probably wants a relationship from that particular person. She just doesn't want a,
So you're using sex as leverage
Yeah, and
to...
she's using the
She
other
probably
man as
sh-
a distraction until she gets the other.
That
I
was
think
beautiful,
she
thank
just
you.
wants to go with the intent of having it be more serious as opposed to just a hookup in the beginning.
How about this? Okay. All the exes got 5-star meals. But
I'm
you
fine
get
with In-N-Out.
you get McDonald's.
I'm fine with that.
Because he turned over a new leaf.
Hey, he's saving money.
Okay, that didn't work. Okay, how about this one?
I'm
I get
really
McDonald's
open-minded.
every Friday, you guys.
How about
I
this?
thought
Hold
we're
on.
against McDonald's.
Okay,
Are we?
we're just gonna go back to body count because I'm not gonna be able to explain this to you guys.